Hello and welcome to this new episode of Open Book Entrepreneur. Today we have Frank here with us. He's actually specializing in helping businesses grow to eight figures and beyond. So, Frank, please introduce yourself and your business to our audience.
Yeah, thanks. Appreciate it, Tony, for letting me come on here and share a little bit. But I'm basically a business growth coach. I help businesses go to seven, eight figures and beyond, and do it in a very a fast-paced environment where they can achieve things in a very quick amount of time, but also build it where it lasts. I've had experience doing that both on success and failure. I've built businesses myself personally from seven to eight figures within a 24-month period, and I've had a lot of help. I've been able to have fortunate to help a lot of businesses, especially coaches, home services, do that. It's always I'm very passionate to help people get their business really up and going from where they're at currently.
Great. And can you tell us a little bit more about how do you do that?
Well, we have a framework. We call it velocity. And obviously, velocity, most people think velocity means just speed, but it actually means the measurement of speed and direction. So, you can go fast, but if you don't know where you're going, you're just going to get to nowhere fast, right? So, knowing where you're going and having that vision and knowing exactly what outcome you're looking for, but then doing it in a way that's quickly, with a pace and a cadence that makes sense, is very important. So one of the best ways, if not the best way, to get in front of the most people is obviously paid ads, right? And I've been fortunate enough to tinker, if you will, with paid ads for the last, what is it now, 10 years? I mean, I think Facebook ad came out with ads in 2014. And I've been basically on that platform using those ads for since that time. I've spent over $5-6 million in ad spend. And I don't say that to brag because obviously people have spent a lot more than me. But obviously, spending more money doesn't always mean more success because you want to spend the least amount and make the most. But that's probably contributed to around $40 to $50 million in revenue, both on the home service side as well as coaching, etc. Right? So educational, informational products. But yeah, that's what I believe. I believe the best way to get in front of customers the quickest and to scale your business is to create an offer that's compelling, that's clear, that people need and want, and it's got a transformational element to it where it changes their situation. And you put that in the ad form, you put it out there, and you let people opt into you, book a call with you, set up a time to really find out what you offer, and then you just you convert them into a customer.
Yeah, that's right. Absolutely. And also, you mentioned when we were in the green room before we started recording that you have a way of actually helping people um, create ads that pay for themselves. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So I actually have a training. If you don't mind, I'll plug the website. It's a training that you can go through, and it's called createyourown.ads.com. So if you go to createyourown.ads.com, I train people how to create their own ads. And one of the strategies that you can use is going to allow you to really your ads to pay for themselves. Okay. One of the things you can do is you can create a digital offer product or some kind of playbook or document. I do a lot of what I call playbooks, which is really just a Google document of the different steps, and the ingredients and the secrets and the steps they would need to take to achieve a certain goal. And by them being able to download that, and obviously there's some resource links in there. For example, if you download one of my playbooks, I give you ads already created, right? You'll get a vault of ads created, which is a Google Drive folder of all the ads that I've created that have won and made a lot of money, like millions of dollars, right? So you can just copy and paste it. And also give you a link to a Canva template where you can create your own ads from scratch. I also give you a link to a custom GPT that you can type into Chat GPT, and I've customized it so it spits out an offer for you. It spits out a headline, a tagline, description. It spits out the way to talk and even gives you a style of the copy so that you don't have to do any of that except for just answer its questions. So I packaged that up and I say, hey, for $47 or $97. Usually this thing would cost $2,000, $3,000, but today I'm doing a special $97. You can get all of this, and you can immediately start executing on creating your own ads. So when they download that ad, or when they download that playbook, they get all that stuff for 97 bucks. And if someone is really committed to do the things that that playbook offers, 100 bucks is nothing.
Mm.
Okay. So they'll spend 97 bucks. Now, that same customer who bought from you also could buy your high ticket offer or come to your webinar that you offer training where you do because I have $4,000, $5,000 offers, $10,000 offers. That same customer is very likely to be able to want to buy one of those offers. So now I take that same lead and invite them on the thank you page once they purchase that playbook to the webinar or to a book a call opportunity, so I can talk to them and even offer them some other options. And so what happens is every lead that comes in that buys one of those, 97 times 100 is $9,700. And that's my whole ad spend right there, right?
Mm.
So I convert 10% of those at worst, which is the worst you could do, in my opinion, 10%. And, 100 of those, that means that I got 10 customers and it cost me $9,700 or so. Let's say it costs, whatever it costs there. That ad spend is covered. Does that make sense?
Yeah, and basically make like 100K out of it. Yeah,
Yeah. Well, if I sign up 10 customers, even at $5,000, that's
it's
50K,
50K. Yeah.
right? And my ad spend cost me $10,000. I'm covered because I had a ton of customers that bought that from me, that
Mhm.
$97 low ticket. So that's a way you can cover your costs and ads, and be able to continue to scale your ads up, increase the budget, or create new ads, and really do from 10,000 to 15,000, 20,000, etc. And then all of a sudden, you got to build a team because you got all the leads coming in. You got to get people to call and try to close them, and then you have a full range of a business that are making great income because you ran ads, and you can do that in a very short period of time. Okay, so you can do that, and you can create all this and have it running in 30 days, and start receiving the leads, and start getting the money from the $97 or 50, 40, whatever price you want to do, and then also start closing. And in 90 days, you can start racking up 20, 30, $50,000 a month doing the same strategy.
Yeah, that's fantastic. And so let's say, for example, if someone downloads this $97 offer from your website, we're going to include the link in the description of this episode so anyone watching us can check that out in there. And let's say someone actually downloads this for $97. Can they start running ads themselves even if they didn't have much experience before?
Yeah, that's what the playbook is designed for, to give them the step by step. And
Mhm.
even the custom GPT, they type in what their audience is and answer the questions. It will spit out everything, including the graphic, that they can use on the ad. So it does everything for them. So you basically would just need to answer a few questions, and then it'll give them back what they need, and they can start uploading that right away, and so that they can make those steps. So yeah, if someone has never run ads or been unsuccessful, this is a way to, what I call, model what works. And in my training, I go over, don't guess what ad will work or not. Find out in your market or in your industry who's running ads that you would consider a competitor, and go on the Facebook library and find out what they're running, how they're saying it, and the ads that have been ran the longest, which it gives you a day count, are obviously the most successful, because they wouldn't keep spending money unless
Hmm.
they were getting some return, right? So then you take one of those ads, and you don't copy it word for word, of course, but what you do is you want to use some of the elements that are in there, like how they're getting attention in the hook, how they're getting people to click on the ad. Those are the things that you can find out, because you can find those ads. It's public information when you go to the Meta ad library. And so anytime I'm going and helping a customer or a client create an ad that I don't even have any idea, you know, or have no experience doing it, I just model what's already being done successfully out there. And I use we'll put our own spin on it, But if it's already working, Tony Robbins says success leaves clues, right?
Hmm.
And so I don't know about you, but I don't want to try to reinvent the wheel. I don't have time for that, and sometimes I don't have the extra money to experiment. So I want to go to the shortest way to get the best return on my time and money. And so the only way to do that is to find out other people who are doing it successfully and use a version of that for your own.
Absolutely. And following this system, what do you see from your experience? How much money people have to invest in ads to start getting sort of returns?
I mean, you can put $20 a day, and I mean, again, once you have confidence in an ad, and you see, and you should be watching it every day, right? So once you have your ads up and running, watch it kind of like the stock market, okay?
Hmm.
Because sometimes it'll do good, sometimes it won't. Sometimes it has better days. It just depends on when you launch your ad and all that. So if you were investing in a stock that you were kind of keeping your eyes on to see when it goes up or down, you need to treat your ads the same way. Okay, every day you should be looking at it, maybe even twice a day, morning and midday, to kind of keep your eye on it, because you don't want your ads to go too crazy where it's spending a lot of money. Because sometimes that happens. Even some of my best ads sometimes go too high on the cost, so I have to turn it off or adjust it or whatnot. And sometimes it's doing so well, I need to increase the budget. So I'm looking at them every day, several times a day. And so I would say, look, you can do it as little as $20 a day, all the way up to however much you want to do it. Now, of course, I wouldn't increase the ad cost or budget every day until I know the ad is really going to perform, and I'd give it several days to do that, right? So that's what I would do. So set the budget how you want. Give it a little bit of gas, because if you don't put much in there, it's not going to go too far. But you do enough that you can afford, but is not going to break the bank, and keep increasing it. So, for example, if you put out 4 ads, maybe only 2 of them are really performing. Shut off the other 2 and increase the ones that are, right. And you can only do that if you watch it every day.
Excellent. Yeah. Thanks a lot for this fantastic tips, Frank. Yeah. So, if people want to get in touch with you, learn more about you, or connect to you, I know you mentioned one of the websites, but then, yeah, what are the other links, sort of?
Yeah, that would be the best one. CreateYourOwnAds.com. It's a free training they can sign up for, right? We actually do a live Zoom where they jump on, and we train them on how to create their own ads from scratch. And then we have a Q&A at the end, so they can ask questions, and we can give them feedback. And then we have an opportunity for them to sign up for something we can do for them, like a do for them, like an offer for them, an option if they want to utilize that. They don't have to. But yeah, createyourown.ads.com and sign up for the free training, and that's how you can get a hold of us and also join the training to learn how to do your own ads.
Fantastic, Frank. Again, thanks a lot for these fantastic tips. And thank you all for watching and listening to this episode. If you have any questions for Frank and me, you can ask them in the comments. On top of that, if you like this episode, drop us a like, subscribe, and also see you all in the next episode. All the best, and bye bye.